Okay, awesome. Everybody knows magnetic field, right? It has a strong connection with our daily life. However, do you know the difference of strength while the distances are considered?
Wow, that is a profound question. I've never seriously thought about it. But today, Lee, Leon, Vladimir, and Bert will use the Firefox and Excel to bring us a comprehensive analysis. There's no more about this magical scientific principle.
大家都知道磁场，对吧？它跟我们生活息息相关。那大家知道磁场角度的变化，在距离有讨论的情况下不好吗？
这是一个很深奥的问题，从来没有想过它。但是今天带着巨人的子君跟启蒙，将会用 Firefox 和 Excel 为我们带来全方面的分析，让我们更加了解这个奇妙的科学原理。让我们用掌声欢迎他们。
Hello everyone, I'm Leo.
I'm Bert.
I'm Vlad.
My name is Lee.
We are going to talk about the relation between distance and magnetic field strength. Okay, let's start. The change in electric field is accompanied by the generation of a magnetic field. 也就是电流产生磁场。Did you guys know it? Yes, you are right. Okay, let me briefly explain the principle. The current magnetic effect refers to a phenomenon where electric current produces a magnetic field. When the current flows through an iron rod, a magnetic field is formed around an iron rod. 而电流与磁场的方向可以由安培右手定则得知。我们用这张图来解释一下。用右手握的铁棒，大拇指就是电流的方向，剩下四指就是磁力线的方向。This is a supplementary information. The farther the distance x, the smaller the magnetic field b. N represents the ratio of a radius of the coil. Coil 就是线圈的意思。在 P 点为放置磁力计，当线圈离磁力计越远时，磁场强度也会越弱。
And now I'm going to talk about our experimental introduction. First, I will talk about brief description. As you can see, our purpose is to find out the relation between the distance and magnetic field intensity. And the way it's made up, we will compare the presence and absence of an iron rod inside the plastic tube, and use the magnetometer to measure the magnetic field strength at distance of s away from an iron rod, and s equal to 1 to 10 centimeters. And that is analysis. We will determine the type of inverse power relationship dictated by each curve. And next, I'm going to talk about our lab equipment. First, magnetometer. We will use it to measure the magnetic field intensity. And second is magnet wire. We will tie it on the plastic pipe. And the third one is battery. We will put it into the battery holder so that it can provide the electric current. And the last one is an iron rod. We will put it into the plastic pipe so that it can lead to the magnetic field. And last, I'm going to talk about our experimental procedure. First, measure and mark 1 to 10 centimeters on the paper by using a ruler. And second, measure the magnetic field intensity without an iron rod. And third, place the iron rod into the plastic pipe and place the magnetometer from 1 to 10 centimeters on the paper and measure the magnetic field intensity. And thus we will use that data to create a scatter plot.
As you can see, there are some experimental equipment that's used in this experiment. Firstly, the Firefox is an app in our smartphone that can detect the magnetic field around it. And second, the electromagnet, it has N and S pole. That is consistent with the geomagnetic field. We also find the distance x. It is increased from 3 centimeters to 12 centimeters and 1 centimeter each time. And we use Firefox to record these data. As time goes, we move the distance farther. Also, on the graph, we can see some points are higher and some points are lower. And the higher points are happen when the electricity turns up. When the electricity turns off, the magnetic field will become lower. Discussion. We found that as distance increases, the magnetic field will become lower and approach the geomagnetic field. Also, we found that after putting the iron rod in our coil, the magnetic field will increase largely. 此外，我们还发现一个现象，就是当没有通电的时候，电磁铁距离感测器的距离也会影响磁场强度。我们推测这是因为电磁铁被磁化了。
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the result. So firstly, I'm going to talk about chart 1. Chart 1 represents the tube without an iron rod, and the formula on the chart represents the trend line. The trend line exhibits an inverse projective relationship. Second, I'm going to talk about chart 2. The chart represents the group with an iron rod in the tube. Also, the formula on the chart represents the trend line. The trend line also exhibits an inverse projective relationship. Here is the theoretical plot of the function b of x. When x is much larger than a, the function b of x is approximately inversely proportional to the cube of x. We plotted the experimental data using larger values of x, and the result confirmed the theoretical prediction for b of x. Okay, so next, I'm going to talk about the conclusion. Firstly, chart 1 represents the group with iron rod, and chart 2 represents the group not with iron rod. And both exhibit an inverse projective relationship. Second, the coefficient of the trend line in chart 2 is significantly larger than the coefficient of the trend line in chart 1. Third, this suggests that the presence of an iron rod may have a protective effect on the magnetic field strength. Okay, so here is our reference. And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.